Well, it is hard to believe that it has been 14 years since the 9/11 attacks, a day in history that everyone will remember.
And to make sure that the lives of 414 first responders who were killed trying to save others are honored, our own local firefighters, law enforcement, and military organizations will once again take part in the 9/11 Never Forgotten Tower Challenge. Captains John Galata and Barrett Baker are both here with us, and now I am dressed as I am because we're kind of walking in, that's the saying, walk a mile in someone's shoes. That's kind of what we're doing with this event. How did we come up with this idea? When did this start?
Back in 2004, our recruit training classes back at the Public Safety Academy of Police and Fire. So that's up at the Public Safety Academy, the PSA. Police and Fire do their training up there, and they wanted to get together as recruit classes to memorialize or to remember that day. So at the PSA, or the Public Safety Academy, we have a six-floor tower out there that we get to be known very well. And they decided to run that, and because it only being 6 floors, they counted the steps that it would take to get to the top of the World Trade Center, which is 2,071 steps. And every year they perform that as a recruit class.
This is an amazing thing, obviously. Now, I'm wondering, is this people who can participate, does it have to be only people in the military, law enforcement, firefighters, or can anybody participate?
Well, there's a couple of different ways to participate. When it comes to actually running the 2,071 steps or walking them, that is something that, because that had such an impact on those first responders that particular day, that the event itself is for the military, it's for the first responders and their family members. Because again, we always talk about the fact that we never forget. And the only way you never forget is to remember it. And so by us putting that gear on and going through those paces, it really hits close to home. Other ways that people can support it, though, obviously, go to the website. You can make donations that particular morning, that Friday morning. We're going to have drop-off locations at the stadium where it's taking place. And another way to show your support is to think about that day. Think about the fact that thousands of people didn't get to say goodbye to their loved ones. And that's very emotional. When you put on that uniform, you know what's expected of you, but we always expect to go home the next day. And so again, just for those folks that didn't get to do that, that's why this event is so important. And again, stop by that day, support it in that aspect, but just going through the event itself, it is for the police, fire, border patrol, military, just so we can kind of struggle a little bit and maybe remember what that was like.
I'm going to be completely honest, being in this gear right now, and I know I'm not wearing the full extent of what you guys go through. It is making me feel very close to the situation. I know that I'm feeling very emotional just thinking about it, like you're saying. So it's just, not just an event that's happening. I think it is a moment that everyone has, like a personal moment with thinking about what happened. Now, I am wearing, like I said, somewhat of the gear, but you guys have even more that you put on, right?
Certainly. The firefighters that responded to the World Trade Center were completely going to what they anticipated as a working fire. So they wore their complete gear, they entered on that ground level, and they started to go up those steps, not knowing where they're going to end up at, and the anticipation was to go as high as they needed to. And this is just some of the gear that they would be carrying with them, bare minimum, plus hose, axes, and other hand tools that we didn't even bring out here. So you're looking at probably about an additional 75 pounds of extra weight just going up those steps right here, not including all those extra tools.
Wow.
Well, I kind of want to see, for myself. I'm not sure if I can even get up, but this is, and it's very, obviously, I'm feeling a little warm in here, and we're in an air-conditioned studio. But so tell me again, Barrett, how many steps we're exactly going to be doing? Because I'm just going to do a couple in this. But exactly what we're going to do again at the event? It's
2,071 steps, and everyone that's been to Arizona Stadium, that west side of the stadium, it's tall. And you basically go up, over, and down. We don't count the steps going down. It's only the ones that are going up.
Really?
And basically, that west side of the stadium, you're doing every single thing, at least, I believe it's 6 times completely. And I did it last year. I did not do the gear. I did not wear the gear.
Yeah.
And I can tell you by the end, your legs are definitely telling you what type of monumental feat that must have been. And it's so great. Again, we're making ourselves uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But this benefits 2 organizations that give back so much to the first responders and also the military, because the tragedies that unfortunately take place and sometimes that we see and that we live through, those things, we need help sometimes. And again, the Fischer House and the 100 Club, they do a fantastic job of taking care of us as well.
I couldn't even imagine. I think I just did about 7 or 8 steps right now, and I am just feeling already exhausted. I can feel the sweat. Sorry, I'm getting sweat inside the suit, but I can feel it. But again, tell us where some of this money again is going. I know we've talked a lot about Fischer House.
Well, so the Hunter Club is started pretty much back about 1968 up in Phoenix, and it's been down here in Tucson since about 2002. And what they do is they take care of public safety. They do Border Patrol, police, fire, as well as the correction officers. And if there's a serious injury or if there's some type of a line of duty death, they come up with some financial issues or financial assistance, as well as providing programs and stuff, because sometimes things bother or things happen after you leave the job, and so they're providing these resources even afterwards, which is very important.
Amazing. Well, gentlemen, this is, I mean, thank you so much, and Tina, thank
Yes.
you for doing this.
No.
And with
Whole
you,
new respect.
we will never forget, and we hope that this event continues every year because this is really important. So thank you again for stopping by.
Thanks for having us.
And the Never Forgotten Tower Challenge will take place on September 11th at 6:30 a.m. in the University of Arizona Stadium. To learn more, call 609-8171 or log on to 911towerchallenge.org.